Hi friends, welcome. I'm Michelle. This little lump next to me is Izzy. She's joining us, at least for the beginning of this fluid hatha practice. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to be here with you. We've been really focused recently on heart space, on opening up in a way that's supported. And really, this is the heart and lung space. Right? We've been allowing breath and energy to move through. Yeah. And I wanted to just kind of expand that space and that support up to the throat chakra, the throat and neck area, so that we can find that same clarity, that same support, that same spaciousness in this space. And just like in the heart space, we open up not just to offer out, but to draw in, right? To be nourished as we offer out. The throat space is similar. In the chakra system, it is the seat of communication, which goes two ways, at least, right? It's not only clearing our own voice, using our own voice, but also clearing space for listening, for receiving in that same way. So that's what we're up to today. And I just want to maybe emphasize it in an extra, the opportunities for support. Yeah, if you have sensitivity in your neck or in your throat, in general or today, just know that there's you always have the option to support yourself as you need. Yeah. So with that, support yourself as you need in a seat. It could be a cross-legged seat or a seat on your shins. Whatever feels supported today. Sit in a way that you can be tall without strain. When we think about opening up along the throat and the neck, we don't only want to think about this front visible space, but about extending this column along your spine. From the root of your seat up through the crown of your head, could there be a clear channel for breath to move? Can you allow yourself to be open in this hour for what you need to receive or hear or understand? Can you allow yourself to be open in this hour to whatever you need to offer, express, or release? Along this column, this channel of breath. We'll amplify this intention and indeed the breath between us with the sound of Om. And imagine that this sound also is something that moves through. It's not necessarily on you to create it, but just to allow it to move through. So first, a breath in, and an easy breath out. Then toward Om, a breath in. Stay with your awareness of that resonance in your body. Take a moment to root a little bit more and to sit a little bit taller. And also to adjust your seat if you need to. Yeah, because we've been here for a minute now. I'm just going to turn a bit so you can see what we're doing. From this tall seat, interlace your fingers. Press your palms forward. And don't overdo it. We're not rounding yet. Just pressing forward in a way that you could still sort of plug your arm bones into the sockets. But feeling a little bit of space between your shoulder blades. Take a breath to the back of your lungs. And then clear that out. Clear that space. Pressing down through your seat. Bring your palms now up toward the ceiling, or as close as they'll go. And feel now that same column of breath. Breathe in, fill up the length, the space that's there. And clear it out with an exhale. More like that, a breath in. And a breath out as if you could shoot it down through your seat and up through your palms at the same time. Now, as you inhale, drawing your heart forward a little bit, sitting your seat back a little bit, and then open the front of your throat. In case we've lost it, find a big inhale here. As you exhale, pull your belly back, round your spine, press your palms forward. Stay here a moment for an extra breath. Draw your chin down and back. You're kind of giving yourself a double chin. Then continuing, press down to press up through your palms. You can always release your hands if that becomes too much. Exhale, round your spine, reach forward, tuck your chin in and back. Inhale, reach up. And back. One more time, round your spine, reach forward. Inhale to reach up. Interlace your fingers again if you've released them, and bring your hands at the nape of your neck behind your head in a way that feels like you're supporting the weight of your head. Press your hands into your head into your hands. And feel now that space behind your heart supported, right? So draw your shoulder blades toward each other to lift that space. And then with an exhale, begin to lean your head back any amount. Stay here for a breath. So the back of your throat stays open, and inhale. As you lean back, exhale. Inhale, come back through center, sit tall. And exhale, again, draw your chin down. So there's a little bit of extra weight on your head from your hands. Stay here for a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, sit tall, release your hands down toward your lap. Stay here with your exhale. Again, draw it down to your tail and up through your crown at the same time. Bring your weight forward and find your way toward a tabletop shape. And as always, any movement that you need to just sort of settle into this shape is welcome. Here, again, before we really move through the spine in our cow and cat shape, stay here and find that open channel, right, in the neutral spine. So you're not opening the front of your throat, exaggerating. You're not tucking your chin in, you're just long in your spine. Press down into the earth with your hands. Feel that space behind your heart fill up with breath. Extend your spine. Stay open in that channel and exhale, lengthen even more. Then as you inhale, lift through your tail, lift the back of your heart, the back of your skull, so that you are opening up through the front of your throat, but not at the detriment of the back. And then begin to tuck your tail in, lift through your belly, round the back of your heart, and tuck your chin. So it's really a process each time. Inhale, lift your tail, lift the back of your heart, the back of your skull, your ears. Exhale, tuck your tail, lift your belly, round your spine, tuck your chin in. And just move that way at your own pace. A hug through your arm bones gives extra support. You might find that tucking your toes behind you gives you some extra support, some extra leverage, especially in the rounding. Sometimes we give these poses lip service. So I wanted to give it some extra attention today, some extra time, just moving along the spine with intention, moving in this waving, rippling way. And the next time you come back through center, pause there. And walk your knees back a couple of inches. Yeah, so just start to feel a little bit of heat at the center, right? A little bit more strength required because you're no longer stacking your joints, right? At least not in your hips. You might even walk your knees back a little bit more, let it feel more like a knees down plank. But take a breath, again, press into your palms, hug through your arm bones for support. Begin to lift your tail, send your heart forward, bend your elbows. You'll come down to your knees, your chest, and your chin. Stay here for a breath in. Extend through your whole spine. Exhale toward cobra pose. Bring your hips down, your heart forward. Elbows, shoulders back. Take another breath in. Again, lengthen through your neck. So we're here for another breath. Be sure that you're not crunching the back of your neck, but rather lengthening. Lift the back of your ears. Press into your palms. Come back through a tabletop shape. Tuck your toes, send your hips back like child's pose, maybe not all the way back. Lift your belly round forward like a wide cat pose. Then again, lift your tail, bend your elbows, bring your heart forward, knees, chest, and chin to the earth, astavakrasana. Shoulders draw back here. Inhale here. Exhale toward cobra pose. Bring your hips down. Your heart forward. Draw your elbows, shoulders back. Lift the back of your ears. Press down through your feet to light up your legs. Press through your hands. Come back through that tabletop shape. Walk your knees back in under your hips. Walk your hands in toward your knees and begin to stand on your shins. Rolling your shoulders back. Soften, your palms are forward. Take a moment to feel, again, the length at the back of your neck and the openness of your throat and the heart space. Again, reach forward in a way that you could still plug your arm bones into the sockets, hug in through your arm bones. Draw your tail down, lift your crown up. From here towards a baby camel pose, bend your elbows back along your sides. Bring your hands to your hips or back along your sacrum. Hug your shoulder blades toward each other. Make that platform for your heart as you lift the sternum up. You don't have to go back far at all. It's really about rooting down, drawing your chin down to your chest, and then pull back through your ears. Find a breath in. Maybe on the exhale, you want to roll your head back, open up the front of the throat without crunching the back. Inhale back toward the center. Bring your hands back down to the earth. We're meeting in downward facing dog, adho, mukha, svanasana. Sometimes that camel pose can make our heads a little spinny. So if you need an extra second before you get upside down, take that. And again, we'll meet each other. Adho, mukha, svanasana, downward facing dog. Again, allow yourself any movement that you need to feel settled and supported here. But then I'm trying to just be here. Yeah, and like the tabletop shape, we're in this neutral spine, really. Spine can be lined up. Hug through your arm bones and press down to lengthen. You can soften your knees to draw back through your hips. But again, find a breath at the back of your lungs in between your shoulders. And then exhale, let that go. Lift through your hips until your heels want to lift. Your hips get real tall. Keep the hug in through your arm bones and down. Lift through your belly as you begin to round your spine. Keep your hips tall. Draw your right knee in toward your nose, your thigh toward your chest. Find a breath in, round. Look forward to step forward. Always there's more space to step forward when your hips are tall. Yeah. Touch your back knee down. Peel your arm bones back. So you're almost like that cobra pose. You're sort of drawing your heart forward through your collarbones. Stay with that, but bring your right hand to your thigh. Press through your right foot. Bring both hands to your right thigh. Your hips sink low. Pull your heart forward, your shoulders back. Press down through your right foot. Feel your heart lift. Maybe open up your chin a little more toward the sky, but stay open along your throat. Find a breath in. With your breath out, bring your hands back to the earth. Inhale, lift your back knee. Lift your hips to straighten your front leg any amount. Straight is relative. So we're straightening by pulling the right hip back. And again, stay open along the back of your throat. Sometimes when there's tension, we tend to like look up, right, and cut off the neck. So keep the length of your spine. Fold with an exhale in a way that allows you to soften. With an inhale, draw forward, keeping your back knee lifted, your back thigh strong. Press down through your right foot. And again, you can use your hands on your thigh if you need to. We're coming up toward a crescent lunge. Press down into the earth, rise tall. Settle through your hips. So this channel of the spine really helps us in pretty much every pose. Yeah, this sense of rooting down through the tail, opening through the heart space, through the rib cage, integrating. Open up along the back of your neck. Interlace your fingers and bring them behind to the nape of your neck. Again, pressing your hands and your head together. Hug through your legs. Press down through this front foot, press up and back through the back thigh. From there, lift up, your elbows are wide, lean back. Maybe begin to lift your chin a bit, but again, stay long through the back of your neck. A breath in, a breath out. Inhale back through center, reach tall. Reach forward. Hug through your arm bones, plug them in. Bring your weight forward and step to chair pose, utkatasana. So you're just stepping your left foot now even with the right. Press through both feet. Wrap your inner thighs down and back. Press through your feet to lift up through your spine. You could keep your arms forward, or you could lift them up along your ears. But give some weight back and down. Just trust it. Here for 2 breaths to the back of your lungs. Stay open. Push through your left foot to bring your right knee up to 90 degrees-ish, parallel with the floor. Again, interlace your hands, press your palms into your thigh, wherever you can reach. Yeah, maybe close up to your hip, maybe further out. But now press your hands and your thigh into each other. Feel that heat in the belly happens again, right? That's what's holding the leg. Keep that sort of tension. Keep that strength at the center as you lift both arms up. And then swim your right arm back to twist. Your right ribs draw back. Shoulders soften down. Keep this hug between your right thigh and your right ribs. Sorry, left ribs now. Full body breath. Press down through your left foot to lift through your crown. Whole body shape, yeah. Another breath in. Keep the twist, come back through utkatasana. Press both feet into the floor. Maybe your right shin has to press forward a little bit to even out against the right rib drawing back. Shift your weight right. Step your left toes back again. Now a revolved crescent lunge, but the same hug in, same expanse out. Bring your right hand to the back of your right hip. Your fingertips up or slightly out to the right. Press down as you lift up your left arm along your ear. Now you can either stay with this position of the arms or bring your left hand to the nape of your neck so you've got more support there. You're going to lift up and back, which is kind of over to the right. Yeah. Press your head back into your hand. If your hand's not there, imagine that it is. Find a breath in. Press up through your back thigh. Breath out. Back through center. Unwind both hands to the earth. Re-extend this right leg again towards straight or straightening. Bend both knees. Then keep your hips lifted. We're gonna kind of retrograde back to downward facing dog. So the same way we stepped forward, lift through your hips, lift your belly, dome your back. Then let your foot step back. Downward facing dog. Full body breath in. Breath out. Really taking time today to move with intention so that whether you've been in these poses 1,000 times or 2 times, we can move in a way that's supported. So all that was just the right side. Now we're going to move to the left. So lift through your hips till your heels lift. Bend your knees, look forward. Keep the hug through your arm bones. You'll be in this like hovering tabletop shape. So find the length of your spine, then touch your knees down. Walk your knees back to find almost this plank shape, not quite. Hug through your arms, lift your tail, draw your heart forward. Knees, chest, chin to the earth. Stay with your inhale. Exhale toward cobra pose. Stay with your inhale. Legs are strong, heart forward, the back of your ears lift. Exhale, press your hands into the earth, come back through the tabletop shape. Walk your knees under your hips. Walk your hands toward your knees, stand on your shins. Soften here. Integrate, feel yourself, this long open channel. Hug through your legs, extra support. Draw your elbows back along your sides, your hands to the back of your sacrum. Press down, not so much forward, just down. Hug your shoulder blades together to lift your sternum. Draw your chin down and back. Pull the back of your ears back. Stay here or lift your chin any amount, but stay open for a breath in. Breath out. Inhale back through center. Exhale, hands to the earth. And again, take an extra breath if you need it. We're moving toward adho, mukha, svanasana. Downward facing dog. Full body breath. Hug in and down through your arms, in and up through your legs. Lift through your hips till your heels lift your hips. Stay high. As you lift your belly, dome the back of your heart forward. Draw your knee toward your nose, your thigh toward your chest. Find a breath in, hug in. Everything stays except look forward. Between your thumbs, step forward. Bringing your back knee down. Again, really taking this slow and purposeful. Hug through your legs. Press through your foot. Draw your heart forward like a magnet is pulling the heart space forward. Draw your collarbones wide, your arm bones back, your heart forward. Keep that. Press into your left foot. Bring both hands onto your thigh. Press down to lift up. But let your pelvis hang or root down. Pull back and down through this left thigh, up through the sternum, up through your heart. Draw your chin down and back. And again, you could lean back any amount. You could lift your chin if it feels supported. But you're still breathing. Next, inhale, come back through center. Bring hands to the earth. Lift through your hips to lift your back knee and straighten your front leg any amount. Draw back through your left hip, forward through the crown of your head. Stay open as you exhale. Inhale, bend your front knee, draw your front shin forward, pressing the back thigh up. Press through your left foot to rise, anjaneyasana, high crescent lunge. Down through your tail. In and up through the front line of your body. Integrate your front ribs in so that the back ribs, the back of your lungs can open up. Stay with the breath. Back thigh presses up. Front thigh presses down. Interlace your hands at the nape of your neck, behind your head. Open up your elbows. Hug through your legs. Press down to lift up. Stay as you lean back any amount. Lift your chin. If you could stay open to breath, you should find an audible inhale and exhale. Just to show yourself that you can. Rise back through center. Reach forward. Stay plugged in through your arm bones. Draw forward. Press down through your left foot to draw your right knee. To step forward toward chair pose. That was got a little ahead of us. Press through both feet. Lift along your spine. Stay here or lift your arms up along your ears, but settle back. Imagine there's a corner, 4 corners of each foot. Your big toe mound, your pinky toe mound, both sides of your heel. They press down into the earth. Share the work between both feet. Press through your right foot. Draw your left thigh parallel to the floor. First, imagine pressing your left foot down as much as the right. Lift through your crown. Lift through your thumbs to lift the back of your waist. Then interlace your hands on your left thigh. Press your hands and your thigh into each other. Stay lifted through your sternum, lifted through your right thigh as you press down through your right foot. Keep all that, but reach up. And then draw your left ribs back, left arm back to twist. So sometimes we do this by actually pressing opposite hand and thigh into each other. But today I want to try and feel that work without the physical connection, yeah? Press down through your right foot, lift through your crown, relax as much as you can through your shoulders. Full body breath. Stay with the twist. Replace your left foot, utkatasana. Heels to the earth. That left shin might have to press forward a little to stay even with the right. Breath here to the back of your lungs. Shift your weight left. Step your right toes back again, the same lunge from a moment ago, but now with this revolution. Hug in. Expand out. Bring your left hand to your sacrum. Press down. Yeah, let it be almost like extra weight downward. But press up through your back thigh. Right arm along your ear or right hand behind your head as you lift up through your crown and then back and a little to the left. Keep rolling your left ribs back as you lean back into your hand or into the space behind you. Find a breath in and a breath out. Breath in lifts you back up. Breath out brings both hands down to the earth. Keep your hips lifted. Lift through your belly. Dome the back of your heart to lift your left foot back. Adho, mukha, svanasana. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Lift through your hips till your heels lift. Bend your knees. Look forward between your thumbs. Find this hovering shape where there's strength and length of your spine. Then let your knees touch down. This time, instead of the astavakrasana, moving toward hatha asana, puppy pose, sometimes we call it. So your hips now are going to stay stacked over your knees. Press down through your feet and shins. Lift through your belly, just so you have a little support. But then, instead of puffing up between your shoulders, sink the space of your ribs down toward the floor. Hollow out the space between your shoulder blades. But you don't have to crunch. In fact, please don't crunch at your neck. Keep that space open now that we're mindful of it. Head hangs heavy. Now walk your hands forward, just a paw print or two. Press through your legs, lift through your belly, drop your heart toward the floor. Find a breath. Let that breath go. Maybe you walk your hands forward just enough to bring your elbows down. Find the same release through your shoulders. You might have to bring your elbows a little wider. Or keep walking your hands forward like child's pose and look forward to bring your chin to the earth, just like that astavakrasana, knees, chest, and chin to the earth. But here, your chest may or may not touch the earth today or, in this lifetime practice. It may or may not. But feel the support of the earth and the space that's there. To stay open to breath. We're here for 3 rounds of breath, full breath. Keep a little lift through your belly for support as you walk your hands back in under your shoulders. Press down into the earth. Feel the length of your spine, the length of the back of your neck. Full breath in. Exhale out in all directions. Bring your hands back toward your knees. Stand on your shins. Once more, we're moving toward this camel pose. Hug in through your legs and through your inner thighs like chair pose. Press down into your shins like that puppy pose. Lift through your sternum. But keep your front ribs integrated. Draw your elbows back, hands to your sacrum. Press down to lift your heart up. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's as far as you go. Or draw your chin down and back. Maybe you could lean back further. That's a maybe. Your hands could come to your heels, or they could come to blocks, or they could come to your thighs. Again, stay open through your throat, drawing your chin back. Maybe then you lift your chin. And you can breathe. Take 2 breaths wherever you're going to be. And then bring yourself back up. Sit yourself back down, hips to heels. Find a moment. Bring your hands, your palms face up on your lap. As if even your palms could be open to breath, open to this conversation, nourishing and offering, receiving and releasing. Feel the length of your spine. Keep that with you. As you send your legs to one side, bring your feet out in front of you. Keep your knees bent for now. Really press your feet into the floor. It might help to kind of pull on your shins. So you could press down through your feet and your sitting bones. Lengthen your spine. So keep in mind that doesn't necessarily mean pull your heart forward and up. right? Because that's extending through your spine. But could you just lengthen it into the slight V that you're making? Lengthen your spine. Press down through your feet. See if you might reach forward with your hands. Stay plugged in and open across your chest. Could you keep that long spine? A little hug through your legs. A little hug through your arms. One more breath. Down through your feet, long through your spine. Stay open as much as you can as you roll down onto your back. Feet root to the earth. Let your hands rest on the earth. Taking a moment just to be supported. We're going to move toward a bridge pose, setu bandhasana. I want to think of it, again, less as a back bend and more about lengthening the spine and finding a little compression at the front of your throat, right into the lymph glands. Thyroid, that's the word I was looking for. Press down through your feet. Press forward through your shins and hug in through your legs. So just like the camel pose, we've set up the support first. Press through your feet, lengthen through your spine as if your tail's drawing toward your heels, and then lift your tail off the floor. Keep pressing forward through your shins, keep hugging through your legs. Walk your hands a bit closer together, perhaps roll your shoulder blades underneath you, emphasizing that platform for the heart space. And then lift your heart, lift your ribs, your sternum toward your chin. Again, press through your feet, forward through your shins. Press your sternum toward your chin. But only so much that you could still breathe here. And if you need if you've got extra space up here in your breasts, you might hold them down with your elbows on the earth so that you have that space to breathe. Where you are, though, find 2 breaths. And then begin to roll down slow. Don't react. Don't pull your knees toward your chest. Don't roll around. Just be here. If that's a challenge, let it be a challenge. Focus on the breath, on the long channel of your spine. Breathe along that channel. Clear it out with an exhale. Soften what you can. One last shape. One last, I should say, heart opening shape is a fish pose, matsyasana. So the same principle is going to happen of lifting your sternum kind of toward your head, but we're going to tilt the head back. So if you know that you want support for this shape, feel free to take a moment, grab a block or a bolster or a pillow that you can put behind your heart. Be sure that your head can hang off the back so you get that openness of the throat. But if you're coming along without that external support, I'm going to walk your hands one at a time under your butt. Yeah, this is a little awkward to begin with. Hands go under your butt. You're kind of sitting on your wrists. Then you're gonna let your heart lift. Your elbows press down. Keep pressing down, lifting your heart to lift up onto the top of your head. But there's almost no weight on the top of your head. Stay here or extend your legs out. But be where you can breathe. Keep the length at the back of your neck. Find 3 breaths in the shape that you're in. Lifting up out of the earth so there's little to no weight on your head. Release slowly back down to the earth. I find it helpful to bend my knees again, press down through my feet to free my arms. Sorry for any weird microphone noises that are happening there. Pause again. Let the blood flow come back to your hands. Find breath and space. Bring your arms wide to a T shape or a kind of goalpost thing. Bend elbows if that's what feels good. You can also, again, interlace your hands behind your head if that helps you feel supported. As you send your knees over to the right, toward a twist, you can stack your knees. You could extend your right leg long. You could bring other support under your left thigh or under your left ribs. But we're here for a few breaths. Once you kind of find the shape, try and release any effort from it. It's kind of counterintuitive maybe, but if you release the effort in this shape, you find a little more depth, a little more release. Last 2 breaths here. Feel the length of your neck, your spine. The channel for breath. And when you're ready, just coming back through center to find the other side. Again, you can stack your knees. You could extend your left leg. You could bring other support underneath your right thigh or underneath your right ribs. It doesn't have to look the same as the other side. Feel that open channel. Maybe it could extend to your whole body. Right? Like your legs, your arms could be a part of that open channel. So that you could receive anything you need in this moment. You could offer or just let go of what you can in this moment. Allow whatever can move through to move through. And again, there's no hurry, but when you're ready, Come back through center. Find some symmetrical shape before stillness. So maybe you bring your knees toward your chest, maybe you bring your heels up to the sky. Again, for that compression at the front of the throat, you might be moving back toward plow pose. But really, do what feels right, what you need in your body right now before you can be still. Give yourself a breath or two to transition through, again, any other shapes you might need toward where it is you want to be still. Toward shavasana or a supported seat. Maybe you're going to leave your legs on the wall or on the couch, whatever you got. Allow yourself to be supported. Notice it. Remembering it as truth, while also not taking it for granted. When we notice that we're supported. We notice we are connected to this deep well of support. Connected to everything else. All the breath that came before, all the breath that comes after. Connected to this breath in this moment in your body. Allow what needs to move through. Begin to notice again that you're breathing, that you're supported, connected, and free. And feel free to stay low as you are, or find a seat with me. We'll again amplify and really celebrate this spaciousness within us and the resonance between us with the sound of Om, an ancient sound that honors all that came before our ancestors in this practice and in life. It honors all that comes next, how we carry this practice into and through our lives. And honors this moment together. Find this sound of Om 3 times today. Let it move through you. Let it resonate in you as much as it moves out. First, a full body breath in. Clear out. Toward Om, breath in. Breath in. Once more. Carry this awareness of resonance, awareness of connection, of space with you. In that spirit, I bow to you with gratitude and love as always. Thanks for being here, and being in this community. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah, leave a comment here. Let me know how you feel. Do you feel that space and connection and sort of live together? Do you feel that this connection can give us freedom? Freedom to move forward. And also, are there other areas of your body, areas of your life where you want to feel more freedom? Requests for more things to move through on the mat. I love it. I'll listen and offer up what I can. And also, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to our channel. Please do like the videos that you like. It really does help us be able to share this with more folks and be able to share more of this with you. So let's support each other. Be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. And see you soon.